Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep into Ask For It today.
Ooh, I love this one.
It's a historical romance
Okay.
set in 1770s London.
Oh, cool.
Lots of intrigue,
Mm-hmm.
secrets, and hidden identities, and
I love those.
a complicated love story, of course.
Of course.
So are you ready to untangle this web of romance, danger, and hidden identities?
Absolutely. I'm so ready.
Okay, let's start with Elizabeth.
Okay.
She's our headstrong, independent female lead.
Love her already.
Years before our story begins, she broke off her engagement to Marcus.
Oh, why'd she do that?
She feared his infidelity and eloped with another man, Nigel Hawthorne.
Bold move.
But then tragedy struck, and Nigel died.
Oh, no.
His work for a mysterious secret society called the Regency might be connected to his death.
Ooh, very mysterious.
Now, Elizabeth is back in London, a widow re-entering society.
Okay.
And guess who she runs into?
Who?
Marcus, the Earl of Westfield, the man she left at the altar all those years ago.
Wow, it's gotta be awkward.
The spark between them is still there.
Oh, I bet.
But there's a lot of baggage, you know?
Totally understandable.
She's hurt and wary, and
Well, he's probably got some feelings about the whole jilting thing.
yeah, maybe a little bit of revenge mixed in with his desire to win her back.
Oh, for sure. Especially in that era.
Exactly. In 1770s London, a woman's reputation was everything.
Right.
Breaking off an engagement was scandalous, and then to become a widow under such mysterious circumstances.
It definitely puts her in a vulnerable position.
Absolutely. And to make matters worse,
Uh-oh.
someone is threatening Elizabeth.
Yikes.
They want a journal that belonged to her late husband, Nigel.
What was in that journal?
That's what we need to find out.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
And as if things weren't complicated enough,
Oh, no, there's more.
enter Christopher St. John.
Okay, who's he?
He claims to be Nigel's brother.
What? No way!
Yeah, adding a whole other layer to the story.
Hold on, so is he trying to help Elizabeth?
That's a great question. We don't know if he's an ally or if he has some hidden agenda.
Right, because did Elizabeth even really know Nigel? Yeah. What if he had secrets of his own?
You're really getting to the heart of it.
I like to think so.
And then there's the whole dynamic between Marcus and St. John.
There's got to be some tension there.
Tons. They have this deep animosity. Practically sparks fly every time they're in the same room.
Oh, man, vying for Elizabeth's attention.
It's like a powder keg ready to explode.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Okay, so remember the threats against Elizabeth?
Yeah, someone wanted Nigel's journal.
Right, well, it all comes to a head in a terrifying attack on her home.
Oh, my gosh.
And guess who's behind it all?
I don't know who.
Eldridge, the leader of the agency.
No way.
Yep, turns out he's been the mastermind, manipulating everything for his own personal gain.
Wow, talk about a plot twist.
So Elizabeth is forced to face this harsh truth. Even those in positions of power can be corrupt.
That's a tough lesson to learn.
It is, but it's also a turning point.
How so?
Because it forces Elizabeth to make a choice. Will she give in to fear and isolation?
Right.
Or will she fight back and take control of her own life?
Ooh, big decision.
It is, and that's where we'll leave off for now.
Okay, I can't wait to hear what happens next.
So much to unpack after that attack, especially about Marcus. Like, was he really trying to protect Elizabeth?
It's tricky, right? Because we know he was initially tasked by the agency to get close to her and retrieve Nigel's journal.
It's almost like their whole reunion was staged.
In a way, it was. Marcus was undercover, hiding his true motives.
So how are we supposed to believe he actually cares for her?
Well, that's where things get interesting. You see, his feelings seem to evolve throughout the story.
Okay, so he starts off wanting revenge, maybe.
Possibly, but then, as he spends more time with Elizabeth, there's a noticeable shift.
I mean, he definitely becomes more protective.
Oh, absolutely. Remember that scene in the park?
When Elizabeth saves him by shooting the attacker?
Exactly. That's pivotal. Not just because it shows Elizabeth's strength.
But also, it changes their relationship.
Right. They literally save each other's lives. It forms a bond that goes beyond their past.
But still, Marcus keeps his involvement with the agency a secret.
And that secrecy creates a huge problem.
It's like he's constantly pushing her away, even while falling for her.
You can feel that inner struggle torn between his mission and his feelings.
It's just heartbreaking.
And then, just when you think things can't get more complicated,
St. John shows up, claiming to be Nigel's brother.
imagine that. Finding out the man you loved might have been involved in something so dangerous.
It's like her whole world is turned upside down.
Absolutely. She has to reevaluate everything she thought she knew.
And now she's got these two men vying for her attention.
Both shrouded in mystery.
It's not your typical love triangle, though.
No, the stakes are much higher, It's about trust, loyalty, uncovering the truth.
And then the big reveal,
About Eldridge.
the leader of the agency, corrupt, manipulating everything.
Talk about a betrayal.
It makes Elizabeth realize she can't rely on anyone.
And yet, in the middle of all this chaos,
Elizabeth and Marcus decide to get married.
can you believe that?
It's a huge leap of faith.
It really shows the power of their connection. They choose love, despite the risks.
But that doesn't mean the danger is gone,
St. John is still out there.
which leads to a huge decision for Marcus.
He resigns from the agency.
Gives up everything to protect Elizabeth.
Think about that. His position, his power, all the secrets.
It's like he's a completely different person from the man we met at the beginning
And it sets the stage for the final confrontation.
with St. John,
It all comes down to this.
a fight for their future.
They ultimately win, but it's not easy.
There are consequences, scars that won't fade.
So they found love, but
Can they truly escape the shadows of the past?
we'll have to see. On to the final part of our deep dive.
So Elizabeth and Marcus, they've come so far,
They really have.
faced so many challenges.
Betrayals, danger.
But they chose love.
They did.
Can that really be enough?
Well, that's what makes Ask For It so compelling, right? It makes you think about trust, betrayal, and how those experiences shape us.
Especially Elizabeth. She's been hurt. She's lost so much she doesn't trust easily.
And who can blame her? Especially in 1770s London.
Right. Think about the expectations on women then.
Their reputations, their limited options.
And then there's the agency lurking in the shadows.
It's like a constant reminder that you can't always see the danger, even when it's right there in front of you,
And then there's the whole idea of betrayal.
which just keeps happening.
Over and over.
Marcus hiding his true motives, Eldridge manipulating everyone, even St. John.
Mm-hmm.
We're never quite sure if we can trust him.
Right. Every time Elizabeth starts to believe in someone, something happens to shatter that trust.
It's a painful process, but it also makes her stronger.
She learns to be more discerning, to look beyond the surface.
To question everything.
And we see a similar transformation in Marcus.
He starts out so driven by duty, by revenge, by this need to prove himself.
And in a way, he's betrayed too. By the agency, by the secrets he's forced to keep,
He's torn, you can tell.
between his love for Elizabeth and his loyalty to the agency.
It's like he has to choose who he wants to be.
And in the end, love wins out.
He makes the ultimate sacrifice, gives up everything to protect Elizabeth.
It's a powerful moment.
It really is.
And then that final confrontation with St. John,
It's like everything comes full circle.
all the tension, all the secrets, all the betrayals, they all lead to that moment.
And they survive. But,
It's not without scars.
right, their happily ever after isn't a perfect ending.
There's still so much they need to heal from.
So much they need to learn about each other.
It's a reminder that love isn't just about passion and romance.
It's about commitment, forgiveness.
and facing the challenges together.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Ask For It,
What did you think?
what resonated with you? The romance, the betrayals, the historical setting,
It's a story that really makes you think.
about trust, about love, about the choices we make.
And how those choices shape our lives.
Until next time, happy reading, everyone, and keep those insightful thoughts coming.